Hi guys, you're welcome to the collaboration of O Studio and O Academy in the first episode of Thinking Like a Pro. The sound might not be good, but please just follow me. This is the best I can do for now. Yeah. So please just follow me. So today we'll be reviewing designs that has been done from O Studio, and we'll look at what ways we could better the design and why the design was done. So firstly, we would be going through this first design, filter the noise. Now on our explanation, we'll be explaining why are some things done in this design. Now, this design is meant to say it's meant to be a motivational design. It's meant to be a motivational design with less noise as a pro designer. You understand? But the design still failed at some point. The design still failed at some point. We got the letter from O Studio that this design was done with just 1%, in the sense of just do this design in 30 minutes or 1 hour and submit it. That was the design was all about. And they also provided us with what are the things that they could have done better, and which I would also be discussing. Now this design is meant to be a motivational design in which it speaks on filtering the noise. Now, what is filtering the noise and where does it comes in this design? Now, this is it. This design, they thought of how to filter a noise. Like, let me bring out the PDF. Let me bring out the PDF. Yeah. The design was all about to remind themselves that it is an experiment. It's born to fail. And why was the design done? It was to be able to say that you can start firm with all what you're doing. You understand? It's like you can stand firm with whatever you're doing, and for you to stand firm, you have to filter the noise. You have to delete things that won't work. You understand? You could have a lot of things. Done. You have projections that you want to go towards, and you won't be able to continue. You won't be able to finish it because of some things that just disturbs you. Like, yeah. So what the design was all about was the design process was they just thought about having this mesh as the filtering system, which shows this is the filtering system. The mesh here is what should be the filtering system. You understand? Now it now shows that this is you being playful by playing basketball, by throwing the ball into the bin. So you take the ball, you filter the noise, you throw the noise into the bin. You understand? Now that's where it explained this, and it did this just to follow the pattern, because if this was straight like this, it would have been disturbed. It would have been disturbing this itself. You have to create contrast. It's like you're writing slightly in the notebook, and when you write slightly in a notebook, you have to turn around in the notebook, right? Now that's what we're trying to do here. That's what he did, yeah. So this is just the conclusion of the conclusion of the flyers itself. Now, what could they have done better? Before what they could have done better, this is the next thing that he also did that was also happy about. They showed the competition between two people in a basketball field. Two teams in a basketball field. One the black team, one the white team. You understand? Now in the basketball team, you could also check online and see the roadmap of different basketball team, different basketball play. When you check it, you see it's always noisy. It's like it's like everywhere. But when you bring in a manager, when you bring in a good manager would try and minimize those noises and make the best of the movements that they will do. And you look at the map of a manager, you say yes, this is more understandable than this. It's like you're watching football and you see this go like this, go like this, go like this, go like this go this way, 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 go this way, go this way. Yeah, it's not like if you had something that was just clustered, you have this, you have this. This is not understandable. Like, what is this? Like just running around on the pitch, coming out, coming here, coming here, coming here, running around on the pitch. But when it is effectively communicated very well, you filter the noise, you filter unnecessary movement, and that's what they were trying to do here. In what sense? You see, this is the team, like the team black dribbling, like yeah, team white with the ball, team black with the ball. You understand? That's what the idea is all about. So now there are things that they could have done better. One, there's something we call contrast in design. Contrast. Contrast is when you're trying to give an information out, a certain information. If you're trying to bring out a certain information, like now, this part, come back to this, yeah. Like eraser and turn this off. No, this off, yeah. So this part, this is what we want people to see itself. This is what we want people to see itself. Just from what I just did now, you could see that with just an outline around it, it makes it looks like that's what we want people to see. The first issue they had was they didn't made contrast in between this. It's like you already have something that has too much of fillers, too much of noise in it already. Now you now added it in the mesh that had too much of noise already. So what's the one thing that I would first do in this design is to blur this part out. Blur this part out so it doesn't contrast with this background. It's like this is what I want to see. See that I'm seeing this in the best quality, black and white, and I'm seeing this in gray with opacity of around like 50. So we'll know that this is what I want to see. Then this side is like totally nothing is in the middle. We give the chance for this. We give the chance for this to be able to see what is going on. Like this. So that this can see what is going on. So firstly, let's go to the design. This is the design itself. So we have this, right? Filter the noise. Okay. What's the final design? Filter the noise. This is it. It was done from Illustrator. I don't know if we can bring it in, but let's see. It's loading. So for now, let's just see. Now we have this, right? This is what we have. First thing we're supposed to do is work on this background. This background. Let me see. Where's the background? This is the background. It's also brought from AutoCAD, Vector Smart Object. Also brought from Illustrator. The Illustrator is loading. So what you could do is bring in this, bring in your brush, make it big, bring up your flow a little bit. Then the opacity can be at 50. You can bring out the flow. You see, it was done in this. Can you see the outlines of each one? Yeah, can you see? So it's like the ball had one part, dribbling. That's what this was all about. It's like, yeah, this ball trying, then it hits the bat. You understand? That's what it's all about. So the mesh was also done. The reason why it was done in Illustrator is because it makes your work easier. It's not like you just want to start designing on this thing, and it's what you need is straight lines. All you need is straight lines. See, turn this off. Can you see? All you need is straight lines. All you need is straight lines, and you see the motion. You see the motion blur that was added there. It's affecting the eye one, but it has been brought down. See the opacity 13. Opacity has been brought down 13. So making this design look like it is moving. You understand? It's like it is moving. That's what the motion blur is all about. That's what the motion blur was added for. Now, as I said, come to this. Start adding. No, I don't want this. Change this thing. You just press D to change this color back. We used red back then. To press this D, it turns to black and white. Press X, it turns into white and black, and we need the white. So this is the white we need. So this is the area we need. Yeah, you see, just flush it all around a little bit. That gives it an extra edge. And you see, just when we do this part, it looks like this is already standing alone. So we can also bring it down here. So this, now you can now bring this up maybe a little bit. Let me see if we bring it up, maybe it looks good. No, it's best to leave it in that size. So we could just give it an outline. Let me try and use it itself. So delete the smart filters. Come to this. No, come to fill. Take up the fill. Then come to stroke. Pull up a stroke. Yeah. I'll pull up one more. Yeah. So it's like it has its own this thing. This is 16. So this has to be, let's give it 18. It should be 17. So that gives it a chance to speak for itself. You understand? Now this, we could still bring it down. So it doesn't contrast with what we're trying to say. Now this also bring this down. Now the idea of bringing it down is that we have this design, we have what we want people to see. This is what we want people to see. This filter stuff is what we want people to see. So if you want people to see this, your surrounding shouldn't be as noisy as it is. It can be crazy noisy, but the surrounding shouldn't be as noisy as it is. When your hook catches attention, you use the surrounding to inform your audience. It's like, if it's good in black and white, it's good in colored. You understand? Just add colors to it and to make more sense, but you still have to learn how to use color. Now in black and white, what we did here is, this looks good. We make it the main focus. It doesn't have much noise disturbing it. The area around it is this thing. So we still have the key mentioned, the mesh, which is still showing. The mesh, the basketballer, and the bench. I'm not too sure about these. Let's just try this instead. The reason why I don't want to use that, you see, I don't want to use that one. I don't want it to show on the mesh. I don't want the mesh to show, but I guess I don't have a choice. Because this is already contrasting with this. It's contrasting with that. So now that's still the best. Now bring this straight like this, because it's still following the flow. There is something we call flow in design. We call flow in design. It's like you following what has been set. If the flow is disoriented, your viewers would not want to continue with whatever you're showing them. You understand? They get confused easily. Now we can bring this maybe smaller, slanted, and there's a reason why I'm making it slanted. You can see it's like drawing attention to the logo. It's drawing attention to the logo, or if it's the logo you see, it's drawing attention to it. Brush. Now we have a perfectly good. So what you could do if you want to move something, bring the layers. No, that's not what I'm looking at. This vector coffee. Bring it to the center. Then you can leave this on the left for it to look like a Z. Look like the Z. To look like the Z. What's the name? Give me this. It's like the Z when someone is trying to follow the pattern in your design. You follow like this. It doesn't really disturbs. It's like the Z. You understand? Z. You understand? Now, for you see the Z. You see the Z just now. It shows you where all this stuff. It shows you where it needs to be. It can be here just to balance out what you're saying, and this can be here to balance out what you're saying. So let's just balance that out, and let's just balance that out. We have this layer 5, leading tomorrow, and Ohh Series, sorry. Control T to transform because we have something underneath. And don't forget, you don't bring your design close to the wall. Because if it was cropped, this could easily be cropped out if it was very close to the existing. So you have to leave this gap between your design and what's the name? The design and the edge of the flyers itself. Not this one. This one. Yes. You have to leave enough space. Now this Ohh Studio. No. Right click, then you see the asset. Control T to move it. Yeah, we have a Z form. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You understand? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Which is it? Then we have 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3. Anyone you like. It's already given the contrast that you want. You understand? Now you could just make some little changes, like you could blur it more. No. You could add some brush stroke to it more. Click on this. No. X. if you don't want it to be making noise. You understand? If you're using colors, if you were using colors and you added this kind of brush pattern, it makes your design. You added a brush like this to your this thing, and you put it in like overlay. It makes your design look very good. But this, since this is what's the name? Since this is black and white, you can't really put the overlay. There's just one thing that I noticed right now. This, looking at it, it's mathematically at the middle, but it's not balanced at this side. It's balanced at this side. It looks like, since it's not balanced, it's not balanced in the middle. You understand? So that's why I want to work on Control T. Yes, take it to the left a little bit. Yes. Then voila. Yeah. Now let's look at the difference between before and the after. Now here is the before and the after. This is the before and this is the after. How does it look? It looks good, right? It looks better than before. This is like noisy, disturbing your head. Now look at this. This has the contrast that you need. It speaks filter the noise. Now if your viewer is more interested in the design, to know of if the motivational flyer is talking to the viewer, the viewer will zoom in to see. You understand? We read this and maybe just check through it and be like, yeah, this is what I need. You understand? Look at it, resonate with your flyer. You understand? That's the idea. Now this is the next design we are here to review, and this design is just a design that was done to motivate. Also, it's trying to say that something working doesn't mean it makes sense. Something working doesn't mean it makes sense. That's what this design is talking about. It's trying to shout to you that yes, it works, but it doesn't make sense. It's like they're trying to build yourself. The initial thoughts of you building yourself, it's like you're trying to build Instagram from scratch and you don't know about Instagram. It can work for you. You could get 1 million followers on your first day. But the thing that you do this thing is that since you don't know about it, it might not make sense. You understand? So this design itself, it says that it speaks volume, but it's not really into speaking the volume itself. Like, it's not really speaking the volume of what it needs to speak. It's not everybody that does this. You understand? It's not everybody that does this. It's not everybody that tries to connect a cable that's spoiled, cuts the head off and puts a new one. It's not everybody that does it, but most people understand what it is. You understand? And that's the goal. You understand what making people understanding the goal of the design itself. But here is the flyer that we work together to recreate in itself. Although the flyer is not really good, as I said in the beginning, what it did was a design for just 1 hour and just submit it off itself. No review, nothing, just come up with a design and that's it. 30 minutes, 1 hour, you're done. That's all. I lived in a fast-paced area, Shomolu, Lagos. I lived in a fast-paced area, that's in Nigeria. And in the area, they make printing. Shomolu is one of the biggest area they make printing in Lagos. And they make printing and people would come in, I need a design. You don't have much time to deliberate on a design, using the whole day, using 2 days, using 3 days. But there are pro designers who still make designs that make sense. You understand? It doesn't just work. it makes sense. You understand? Now, this is this thing that we worked on, but in a fast-paced area, you would have to make something that would effectively communicate what you want to communicate, and just with a little bit of touching, you could make it more better. Now, this still need a little bit of touching, but it works for what it's designed for. If you're trying to build yourself, you might not get the first process because it might be like, you understand, you might be limited with the resources you have. You might be limited with your understanding of what you have at the moment. So while we got this building here is because this building is one of the most popular building, and almost everybody know of this building. And the building itself, from where it stands, it's 100% guaranteed that if people were to go into the building, they could collapse the building, they could make the building. So it's like the building worked when they made it, but because they had little resources on what they were trying to do, it tend to not make sense in the later future. You understand? It could make sense at the moment, but in the later future, when you're trying to overcome what you've done, it won't really give what you want. You understand? Now, you see, this is the building. What does the building serve to do? To have an occupant, right? It's either it's a museum where you go in and check, look at something. It's a building where people live, or it's a place where people work. You understand? It's like a place on a piece of land which could be very, very high, that makes it make sense that a lot of people can work in a very small plot of land. You understand? Now, in this design, you typically have this which worked, you understand, but now it doesn't make sense anymore. If the engineer of nowadays were the one that did it, then it would still continue to make sense. You understand? But right now it doesn't make sense, because why would a building fail totally, that it starts collapsing? They tried doing the effects to it. It still continued. They tried correcting the failures. It continued. But because of the location, it could be, as I said, it could be resources to keep you where you are. It could be anything that disturbs it from making sense in the future. And the reason is, since it is a motivational flyer, it's saying that whatever you're doing today, just make sure it works. Tomorrow it might not make sense, but today, just make sure it works. That's all. Just make sure it works. Now, there are a few things that I just like to note that make this design well. Now, this is like a tab on Chrome. You go to Chrome, you see a tab. This is because you can't put this at the edge of this thing. So it's like, this is the Chrome tab, and this is your window, your desktop. You understand? That's your desktop. Now you have tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, and you continue just like that. So that looks nice, right? Now, what I know that could have made this design better is that they could have this stuff, or just added some flooring to it. This is like, it's the shadow of this stuff bringing the sun in. This is white space at its best, but it's not very, very good. This was brought in to make it make more sense, right? Because it was brought in to make it make more sense, filling the white space. But this design itself here makes sense. The only thing I could say that they could make corrections to is this part, or the way they depict that this thing is falling, or the environment. Because this is like you cut out this is like you cut out a building from the world, then you put it in your design. It doesn't really make sense like that, right? So since this is not a 2D design, you can't really just take a shape and say that's the floor, you understand, and this is the sky, you understand. Let me show you what I'm trying to say. This is the design itself. So come to pen come to pen 2. It's in shape, yes. Feel, we don't need outline. It's like you have a mountain top, a mountain ridge. So you just put it underneath it, where. So all you need now is that, oh, you can't just leave it like this, because now it doesn't make sense. It's just flat. You understand? It's just flat. This. So what we can do now is, let's say we have this. We bring in this thing. Come to the shape. Hold Control and click on it, and it shows this outline. What I'm trying to do is come to this. Let's go to brush, and let's show you what I'm trying to do. Come to brush, put it in white. The flow down, opacity down. What you're trying to do is come to brush, bring the size down, the hardness is down. No, yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. Yes, size, bring it back up, to now. Yeah, it's like showing that this building is like, you understand, it's like grass, you understand. It's not like the thing is just there. I would love to take this one out. I'd love to take this side out more. No. We can make it at different intensity. Bring it down. No. Bring it on different intensity. So now this part in the opacity of back, bring it back. This part. So we have contrast in what we're doing for this and this. Like, you don't need much, that's the sides, so that it shows it. Then now we can all do one thing. Control D. Now that takes out the outline, so we can do this thing over it. Can you see that now it's thinning out the line? That's what we're trying to achieve. It's taking out this thing. Now the next thing that I like to do is convert this to smart objects. Give it blur. No, let's give it noise first. Let's give it a little bit of noise first, so it has something to stick to. You understand? Now it has something to stick to. It's like the floor. Now we can now give it the motion blur. The motion blur, I want it to be like this. Come this way. No, it's just, oh, that's not what I'm trying to give the blur. Control J, because I might want to come back to it. That's copy. I might want to come back to it and edit it later and I don't want to be going into the distance, so I prefer to just copy it out. Come to this noise, add noise. Yes, bring the noise down. Yeah. So now you see it looks like the floor. It's like this place is taller than this side, this place is taller than this side. It's like grass, black and white. Then what will now make it look more better is that you have the motion blur coming like this. Can you see this part? Because how would you tell me that a floor is not sharp? How do you tell me that the floor is not sharp? The floor can't be sharp, right? So you have to put something like grass all around. You see, put something like grass. This is too much. You understand? This is too much. And we don't want it to go over this bottom here. We don't want it to go over this bottom here. So just, yeah, that's good. So what can you now do now? So that it won't contrast with what you're doing, you can bring the opacity down. Not too much. Yeah, so it will contrast with the design itself. Now the next thing is this one. I like to just press Ctrl T. Does it warp? No. Let's see distort. Yeah, it's like just trying to show that this thing is like, let me see whatever it shows me. What is it showing me? Oh, it's at the bottom. At the bottom of the shape. So can you see it? Bring the opacity back up. Maybe like this. Now for you to make it better, just come to Ctrl T once more. Then you come to distort it. Then you come to distort it once more. Yes. But does it make sense for your building to be slanted to that side and your shadow in this side? No. So I would prefer the shadow to be at this side instead. Because it is a shadow, and I will just blur it out, which is why I'm doing it like this. Else I won't be editing a live shape like this. You get me? I won't be spoiling a live shape like this. Bring it closer a little bit. Yes. Then you can now give it some blur, maybe motion blur, maybe to this side. Take it up a notch. Yeah. So it looks like it is there. Now for it to now have the effect of this one, maybe we can use overlay. The reason why we can't use most of this is because it's in black and white. If it was in colored, yeah, you would see it better. Now, last thing I want to do now is just click on this, go to all this. This, we have this, we have this, this and this, and this, 1, 2. Then you move it up, up, so it shows. But now it contrasted. So we did it in something like this one. So it maybe just bring down the opacity. Yeah, can you see that? So we have this at 45. We have this at 45 also. 45 also. So but I can't really see the wordings. I can see the wording, but I can't really see the wording. So it's you can leave it like that. You can leave it like that. The reason why I say you can leave it like that is because it is not the main focus of the design. It's like, if I am interested in the design, if I am, hopefully I am, I would go and check it from that side. I'll just go a little bit in and I'll check it. Now this one, maybe move it up a notch. Yes, maybe move it up a notch. And the only thing I don't just like is that this is not like, this is like, we're trying to show the formation in this design is like a straight line. It's like a straight line. It's like, it's not Z, it's not Z like the other one. It's not Z like brush, pencil X. It's not brush, it's not Z like the other one. And it's not F. It's not an F. We can't use an E. If we were using an E, it would be like this stuff here will be here. Then your wordings will be here. Will be like your logo is here, your conclusion is here. That's like an E, you understand? Then you could just add some little effects in the middle of the E, understand? Not something that would contrast with what you're talking about. So since this is Z, it doesn't make sense. Since this is a straight line, it doesn't make sense for this stuff to be in the middle. But it makes sense for your logo to be in the middle. Now I am thinking of ways that I can do this. Now I have one that I did like this. Let me see. I have one that was done like was it this one? No. Was it this one? No. Oh, it was recent to me. Yeah, something like this. So you could have your logo on this part, this on this side, your logo on this side, put your logo here, this one put it here, then your reevaluate could just be this. So it looks like let's say Z, but it's not, it makes it more balanced. I wouldn't want to touch this because if I am touching this now, it could disturb the flow of the design. I love the fact that this is a tab. A tab can be in the middle, a tab can be in the left. It can be anywhere. But I love it. What we can do to balance it out is that this evaluates, bring a new tab here. Just change. Let's just do it like that. That will balance it out. Totally. So come to this reevaluate, come to this X. Control J, Control T to move. The reason why we're using Control T to move is because we have a lot of elements in those places already. We could just move it, but since we have a lot of elements in those places already, we can't move it. So if we move it, it could drag something else and it will be disturbing us from moving. So it's just best we just use that. And why is my own showing this anchor stuff? Because I came here and show transform control. Yeah. So maybe we just change the word to let's say https dot ohhstudio.com. Yeah, that makes more sense, right? Bring it back down. Then the hex. Like, we are just trying to say that this is like a website. We're not saying that this is the website itself. We're just saying that this is like a website. And for it to now make it better, let's put it at 30. So that balance it out. Can you see? Voila. It balance it out. Now let's show the before and after of the design. We have this, right? before, after, before, after, before, after. Thank you very much for today's episode. We are already 1 hour in. So this is where we finish today's episode. Thank you very much of today's episode of Thinking Like a Pro. How can you better your design? Have a good day.